Hey guys, this is Kamikan, and today I wanted to take a little dive into one of my favorite topics, aesthetics, whatever you want to call it, liminal spaces. And this book was recommended to me from a video called A Critical Analysis of Liminal Spaces by Pharrell Maguire. And he mentioned two books that specifically felt liminal in his opinion, which was House of Leaves, which I have back there, and then this book named PIRANESI by Susanna Clarke. And I started with this book because it seemed more approachable. The other one had a lot more context in the beginning of the story that took some time to get into. So this one on page 1 was already weirdly written, where it was like, okay, this is already kind of a mystery and there's no context to what is happening at all. But you won't have that much context on page 1 of anything. But this was weirdly written in that, how is it's like measuring time weird, and then it's using words that I don't know, like vestibule. I had to look that up, and there's no way you know what that means off the top of your head. I had to look that up. It's basically like the little space. It's like an enclosed space that you enter into when you just come into a building. It's almost like a lobby or a foyer area, and it's just before you enter the main building. So once I got past the hurdle of that word, I was able to continue with the rest of the page. And the longer it went on, the more questions I had. Like, let me just read to you the first line. It says, "When the moon rose in the third northern hall, I went to the ninth vestibule. Entry for the first day of the 5th month in the year the albatross came to the southwestern halls." I was like, what does any of that mean, dude? And it was like, okay, this already introduces me to like this complete mysterious place with a weird measuring of time, where it's talking about an albatross flying in a hall, and it's like, how big are these halls if a bird can fly in it? And albatrosses are huge. Like, they have a 6-foot wingspan. That's as tall as me. And that's already painting a picture of this world that is like, okay, this is weird. Like, this is different. This is not normal. And that's the type of stuff I love. Like, I love worlds that introduce a powerful mystery at the beginning that make you try to figure out like what is going on here with the story, with the world and the characters, so you can try to find your footing within that world. It's fun to jump into stuff like that, and that's what I love about liminal spaces and that kind of that aesthetic, that whole aesthetic. I'll watch these like little videos on Instagram that describe like liminal spaces, like, oh, you have to stay here for a week, or you have to pick the red door or the blue door, and whichever door you pick, you have to stay there for a week, and it'll be either some horrific nightmare stuff, or it'll be like some kind of regular place that's still kind of, you know, weird to stay in, but at least it's not dangerous. There's all kinds of stuff like that, and I'm really glad like this aesthetic kind of has blown up, so that it's still pretty niche, but at the same time, like, it provides a flavor of life that I really can't get anywhere else. And this book is full of it. And it was a book I read last year, and I read it all the way through. I was just like, man, I gotta see how this turns out. And it makes you want to unfold the mystery more and more as time goes on. It's like, okay, there's only 16 people or 16 known existences in this world. They're not even people. There's only 2 people that are living in that world, and it's like, okay, how is this even possible? And you just want to uncover more and more of the mystery. It doesn't let on to anything. It doesn't tell you anything. And there's water somehow in these halls, like oceanic water existing in these halls somehow. and this main character is trying to basically just live and survive in the halls. He's not really trying to get anywhere else. He just observes and writes notes down in his journal, and that's what we're reading. We're reading the excerpts from his journal that he's writing down, and it just makes for a really engaging, like, mystery fantasy type thing. And yeah, I wholeheartedly recommend it. I actually recommend it over House of Leaves, at least for now, just because I didn't finish House of Leaves. So yeah, House of Leaves, from what I've seen, like, flipping through the book, towards the end, like the back end, it looks weird. Like, it looks crazy. Like, the pages are arranged weird, and it's visually weird. It's just, you'd have to see it to really believe it. And I do want to get around to reading and finishing that book one day, but this one was a lot easier to finish last year, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I hope you check that out. It's a nice liminal style book, and yeah, I know this is different from comics, but I just saw somebody in my room situation, like somebody else bought this book, and I was just like, oh yeah, I've always wanted to talk about this on the channel. And I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that it's getting an animated movie adaptation by Studio Leica. So yeah, I wanted to recommend that. And I also recommend my latest webcomic, Saintly. It is a demon chase horror action comedy about two best friends who have to outrun the demon loan sharks that they borrowed from. Basically, it's like Scooby-Doo meets K-pop Demon Hunters without the K-pop. And the story backs the main character into a corner where she has to decide between the hard path to success or lose her soul to the lure of easy money. And we get to see the ramifications of her choice, and if she can hide this deal with the devil from her friend, or if it will tear them apart. And I hope you read my comic in the description and check out the story. It should appear in your email inbox or your spam folder if you don't see it. It is my attempt to try to do something horror related in a liminal style way. It doesn't start off that way, but it'll eventually get into some of that in the later chapter. So please check that out in the link in the description, and please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.